Welcome to the VarsityKansas.com Big Show. I'm Joanna Chadwick of the Wichita Eagle and VarsityKansas.com, and we are taping here at KSN. My guest today is Eisenhower baseball coach Tom Campa. Coach, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Well, let's talk about your team. We're heading into regionals this week for softball, golf, baseball. Talk about your team and how they're really playing right now.
Well, we've been doing very well these past couple of weeks, and our guys have been coming to practice, working real hard, getting better, getting our kinks out of the way when regionals are coming up this Thursday. So we're very excited, and they're doing a great job, and hopefully we can keep that momentum going.
You got a nice win over Bishop Carroll and Newton there to end your regular season, or late in the regular season. Talk a little bit about that and just how important that was.
Well, it was always good to get those two wins because you want to go into the regional with some type of momentum, and obviously you want it to be the positive side. But we had an agenda when we went in with Newton. We still stay with our pitching rotation. Griffin Jones, who threw against Newton, did a great job for us. And then we had senior night that night as well. And so I went and talked with my assistants, and we put out a plan. All our seniors started against Bishop Carroll, and then we kind of had a pitching rotation. And no matter what the outcome of the game was going to go, the course of the game was going to go, they came in. The guys don't get to play a whole lot. Did a great job, stepped up, and our pitching held up, and our timely hitting execution was a big plus for us during that game.
Talk about the youth on this team, because there's a lot of very good young players at Eisenhower right now, aren't there?
Yeah, we're juniors, sophomore oriented, only with 7 seniors, but again, these are talented young men, like what we have, and like the young guys, the freshmen that we got coming up. So I'm pretty excited here the next few years. Let's
talk a little bit about your pitching first of all. Who was really standing out for you pitching-wise, and just how important has that been for you guys?
Right now we have 4 guys. They go on rotation. Braden Miner and Sam Hirsch have been our top 2 throughout the season. They've done a tremendous job on getting us those big wins when we needed it and stepping up. Tyrus Klein and Griffin Jones are other 2 that throw. Usually it's a Tuesday, Friday, depending on the weather situation, but they're also doing an outstanding job for us and keeping our momentum going the way we need to.
Well, that's especially important now as you head into the postseason, is making sure that you get those correct matchups and that you have that pitching depth, right?
It's important, very important. So those matchups are penciled in almost 2 weeks in advance. So we try to see who's going to work better against others. And our defense primarily stays the same, but when we substitute, all our guys know exactly what we're doing, and it's great for the talent of the team that we had. They're a tight-knit group. They enjoy being out there, and they enjoy playing with each other, so that also is a big plus for us.
Talk about your hitting too. That's one thing when we talked earlier, is that it's really been a combination of your pitching and your hitting that's been key for you guys.
Yeah, our hitting is come along. We struggled a little bit last year in certain situations with hitting, but we implemented a situational BP, situational style, where we treat it like game-like, and I feel that has tremendously helped us out quite a bit. Guys are understanding what their role is, what their situation that they need to do when they come up to the plate. We talk about observation in the dugout. We talk about observation on deck. So, all our guys have stepped up and did a great job and made a big strides from last year to this year.
You head into postseason right now, and you've got May South, Hayes, and Goddard in your regional. What is it that you need to see from your team to be able to get into what is always a very tough 5A state tournament?
Just execution. We need to pitch very well. We need to make the routine plays. We need just to execute and cannot give up on any opportunities. If opportunities that present itself to score some runs, we got to capitalize on every one of them, because it's either you win or you go home. And that's the biggest thing, and then I'm hoping that our guys will keep this momentum going from the last Newton and Bishop Carroll game into the regionals on Thursday.
How tough is 5A?
Well, I think it's very competitive. I think it's one of the best classes around, because you got Capon, you got Bishop Carroll, you've got Wichita Heights, who moved into 5A. I mean, you've got some top-notch City League teams, but you also throw in Andover Central, who had great years as well. It's just a tremendous job to see how coaches develop their teams, and those are the teams I want to play. Those are the teams that are I feel that are going to make you better. And so, you know, I think our 5A is very tough.
All right. Well, Coach, thank you so much for being here, and good luck to you next week.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate
All
it.
right. All right. Well, this past weekend it was state tennis, and collegiate comes away with a doubles championship in Class 3-1A. It was a really fun match to watch. Travis Osland and Max Moxley. In Class 5A, Arc City comes away with a singles championship with Hollis. In Class 4A, I had written about Ryan and Peter Horton. I swear, the only thing I think about when I think of these two kids is all they do is win, and they did it. They come away with a state championship in doubles in Class 4A, so congratulations to those teams. Like I said earlier, it's regional week. We've got regional golf today. We're taping here on Monday. We've got regional baseball and softball going on most of the week, along with regional track on Friday night. So I hope you get out there and enjoy some of this top-notch high school sports. Thanks for watching the VarsityKansas.com Big Show.